Good morning, good afternoon. It's Jeff Ackert from Cascade Copper, President and CEO. Just an opportunity here to walk people through our latest press release that was out yesterday. And it pertains to one of our projects in British Columbia. It's the Fire Mountain Project. And the results are from a interesting geophysical survey. It's called a 1TEM survey, which is a time domain uh, system, airborne, and it was flown earlier this year. We got the results just recently, and we compiled them and put them together with the previous exploration work that we've done, including in the past we've done magnetics, airborne magnetics, we've done surface sampling and mapping, and I'd just like to walk through what we've found and what the implication is of this of the results of this survey. So first of all, just the highlights: two major conductive zones or conductive bodies that we've identified. Both of them, I think, are quite significant because, well, first of all, one seems to parallel what we call our Inferno Zone, which is the area where we've seen some nice copper, gold, and silver numbers. Copper anywhere from 1 to 4% copper, gold numbers up to 14 grams per ton, and silver numbers surprisingly up well over 70 grams per ton silver. These are in grab samples, obviously, so keep that in mind. So maybe what I'll do is, if I can, I'll just zoom in a little bit on this one map here and on the front page of our press release. And what it's showing is a gridded contour map, color contour map that shows what we're calling the Hades conductive body to the north here, and the Blaze conductive body here, which is more of a linear system in the south, sort of east central part of the property zone. And then right next to it, which is a significant point here, is the Inferno Zone, which is the one that we've identified in the past. So what's interesting about this and what the implications are is this blaze conductor is sitting parallel to the Inferno Zone. So we see the Inferno Zone as a northwest southeast trending system of veining, mineralization. We were originally thinking that it was, and probably still do think that it's a porphyry related alteration and veining system. We haven't seen the causative porphyry yet, but what's interesting now is, do we see this blaze conductor sitting alongside in parallel to the Inferno Zone? So what we're seeing at this area is almost like a stacking of geophysical and geochemical components of the system. So on the western side, we have this conductive body. Then we have mineralization that's showing up on surface with the alteration and veining. And then parallel to that, and from a previous survey we've done, we're seeing a linear, highly magnetic body that seems to persist at depth. So all three of them are sort of lined up. So that's why we think it's quite significant. What does it mean? Well, at this point, without any kind of drilling that's been done in the past or yet to be drilled, we don't really have a good idea. But the model is developing that perhaps it is a porphyry system that's coming in from the Rogers Creek Pluton, which is sitting further to the east and northeast there. And then along the contact of that intrusive body, we may be getting porphyry style mineralization and perhaps even some scarnification of the surrounding sediments and volcanics that are sitting further to the south and west. So this is sort of the preliminary model we have. So we think that's quite significant. Having a porphyry system with perhaps a related skarn system, very important. So that's our blaze conductor. Now the Hades conductor, what's interesting about that, and we really had no idea it was there before. So this survey, this time domain EM survey, has really helped us uncover something that we didn't know about before. So we're really keen to get on the ground and have a look at this. And what's interesting about that Hades conductor is that it seems to persist with depth in the different time domains. It's telling us that there is a deeper system that's there that who knows how deep it goes. I mean, these EM surveys have a certain depth limitation, but we're seeing it probably down to about 300 and 400 meters, so it could be a little bit deeper there. So what's interesting is the Hades got that depth potential. It's something that we've not seen before. There's never been any samples taken on it. Obviously, nothing has been drilled there. So we're really keen to get on the ground and have a look at the Hades conductor. And what I'd like to do is maybe just go to our second page here and show you now. This is sort of a three-dimensional view with the conductive body representation draped over the topography. So you can see that this is on a ridge, a fairly high ridge that sits up here. There's quite a bit of a valley down here. This is glaciated terrain, you know, tens of thousands of years ago. So it's scoured a lot of the rock and it's exposed quite a bit of rock. But then over on this ridge on the other side is where we're seeing the exposure, or at least the location of the Hades conductive body. And there's a bit of tree cover there, but some exposure of rock that we really need to get and look in and look at that. So that's sort of the plan for the next little while. Next steps on this will be to do some ground truthing on the Hades conductor, go back up to this area just on the side of the Inferno Zone and have a look around here and see if there's any manifestation of a conductive body up here. And the conductive body could be several things. It could be more sulfides. It could be, maybe just a different rock unit that might contain some mineralization, but, this is yet to be looked at and determined. So this is sort of what we're looking at now. So plan to be out in the field within the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll get up and have a look at these two conductors, and certainly we'll be reporting back to the market what we found and what the next steps after that will be. So thank you very much for listening to me and letting me explain the significance of these two conductive bodies. And again, if you'd like to find out more about the Fire Mountain project and or Cascade Copper, please join us online. And our website is here. And anytime, give me a call at this number, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much for your attention today. Cheers.